evening, everybody. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Meeting start time is 6:30, so please be on time. Please turn off cell phones and refrain from making posts to social media during the meeting. Please, only one person speaks at a time. We will gladly sign your attendance slips, and you can get them after the discussion. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful that this is a live stream meeting. It is open to Racing for Recovery members around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting in progress, and please throw away your trash in the proper receptacles. If you are smoking, we encourage you to stop, but please do not smoke on or around our property. Welcome, everybody. Do we have any first-time attending members here this evening? Thanks, we're all veterans here, huh? Okay. Well, at this time, I would like to invite the designated reader to read the guidelines to living a lifestyle of recovery.
Christopher Maurice. Guidelines of living a lifestyle of recovery. Guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Chris. And at this time, yes, I mean, continue right here. I believe you have some
I
announcements.
do. I have all the support group announcements here. So on Monday, we have a book study support group from 4 to 5 p.m. They're currently going over the Creating book. The public is, actually, I believe the public is welcome to all of these meetings. Tuesday, we have a men and women support group meeting. That's also open to the public from 4 to 5. Wednesday is the BAC recovery group from 6:30 to 8:30. That begins with a dinner being served at 6 o'clock. The church shuttle bus for that leaves from in front of Siegel Suites over here at 5:15. Thursday, today, we have our free plant-based dinner and music for all group attendees. The dinner is from 5:30 to 6:30, and then we now are in the live stream meeting from 6:30 to 7:30. And can we give a shout out to Chef Dean and all the kitchen volunteers? JJ, we see you. Also, thank you to our tech crew because, like I said, it's a live stream meeting, and without the tech crew, this wouldn't be possible. Tonight we have Matthew up here. Big shout out to him. So on Saturday, we have something here at the facility called Community Connections. That runs from 2:30 until 5. Open to the public, bring your friends, bring your family, bring your neighbors, bring whoever you want. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of football on all these TVs right now. Snacks sometimes, cornhole, pool, a bunch of toys for the kids and everything back there. It's a fun time. Turn out and check it out. Sunday, we have a run walk support group meeting at Wildwood Metro Park from 8 in the morning until 9 a.m. Followed by the Bedford Alliance Church service, that's at 11. The bus again leaves from Siegel Suites over here at 10:15. Please check out all of our books that you see up here on the table, or on this table. We have the 100, it's a coffee table book, picture book, pretty cool. Creating, Choices and Consequences, there's more than one way to get to Cleveland. Racing for Recovery, From Addict to Ironman, and Do No Harm. Also, this meeting will stream later on tonight on Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. And if you could, hop on Google, Yelp, and give us a good review. Thank you.
Thanks, Timmy. Okay, next we're gonna do introductions. You do not have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict, but it is helpful to, but if it's helpful to you, feel free to do so. We just want to know your name and why you decided to join us today. And can you also just share the last kind thing that you said to yourself? Let's start over here with.
Hi, I'm Sam, everyone. Nice to be here with you tonight. I'm here because I have problems with drugs and alcohol. Looking for something different than, I guess, AA, something more holistic and somewhere I can make connections with people that have similar, I guess, interests. The last kind thing I said to myself was, at least I'm trying.
Mark?
I'm Mark. I'm here tonight to stay connected. Good place to be on Thursday night. Last kind of thing I said to myself would probably been that I'm resilient.
Christopher Maurice. This is a good place. I was here before, so I like the vibe. I say kind things to myself all the time. I'm a chocolate diamond.
I'm Pat. I've been here The place is healthy, the people, the staff, all that stuff. Last thing I said to myself is, made it another day.
My name is Keontae. Came here because I needed some sobriety. You know, that's the thing I said to myself was I'm sober. I woke up and said I was sober.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a nursing student and I'm here today to learn more about everybody's experiences so I can practice better as a nurse. And the last kind thing I said to myself is that I am proud because I'm passing my classes.
Kim, I'm here to support my daughter. The last kind thing is I'm stronger than I feel.
I'm Kenzie, aka Cayenne Pepper. I'm here because this is my second family, and one kind thing that I said about myself was you're beautiful.
Yes, you are.
I am Blaze. I am here tonight because this meeting is in alignment with my wellness journey. All my friends are here. And last kind thing I said to myself was I'm worth it.
Thanks, Blaze.
Yeah, man. Robert?
I'm Robert. I'm here because I want to be here and need to be here. The last thing I said to myself, kind, freedom. I'm back.
Good job. Robert. Let's go here. Ryan?
Surprise.
Hi, I'm Brian. I love being here. Love to show the family and friends where I'm at, getting stronger, getting better. The last kind thing I told myself was, I said, Brian, focus on the good because the good gets better.
My turn.
Yes, sure.
Hey, my name's Curtis, and I'm mainly here to support my best friend. Also, I'm here because I'm currently, a past smoker and trauma. It's been 7 days, sober, I guess you would call it, and just trying to see what I can learn to make it, the journey go smooth, And last kind thing I said to myself was, I never been this long without going. So it's more just a pat on the back, congratulations, keep going. Don't quit.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm here supporting my family. And the last kind thing I said to myself is that I can do hard things.
Birthday girl.
Hi, I'm Joyce, and Brian's mom. I'm here to support him on his journey. And the last thing I said to myself. Love for my grandchildren. There's so much.
Thanks, Joyce.
Hi, I'm Andy Gale. I'm here to support my nephew, Brian. And last thing I said, I'm blessed.
Yeah, Larry, here to support my dear friend Heather. And I guess the last thing was just to tell her to just continue to be a nice person.
I'm Heather, that's Sander. I would say the last kind thing I said to myself is I'm a fighter. Never give up.
I'm Pam. I come here to heal from trauma and addiction. And I think I told myself not to overdo it, that it's okay to take a break.
I'm Chris, coming here to stay connected to my community. And the last thing I said kind of myself, and everybody knows the last couple weeks have been kind of heavy. But I'm proud of myself because thanks to this place, I've learned how to properly grieve without crashing out.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm here to give and receive support. And I'm still here fighting through the struggles, and I'm still in the race. I'm not gonna give up.
I'm Todd. I'm here. I've been here before, man. Nothing fell on my face, so I am picking myself back up. Last kind of thing I said to myself is I deserve to be happy. I deserve peace.
Great time out.
Hey, I'm Michael.
Time out.
I'm here because it's what I do every Thursday, and I enjoy being here. And I try to tell myself something kind every day, and that just to remind me that I'm worth it. Thanks, sir.
My name's Pam. I'm here to support my very dear friend who is like my family, and he's very happy here, and I'm happy to be with him. The last thing I said to myself was I deserve the love I get from my family, and that's it from them.
My name's Cody. I'm here because it's part of my wellness journey, and I get better. I love being here. I love seeing friends and family show up. I love to see all of us gathered together. The last kind thing I said to myself was, the mental limitations I have are not my limitations. I can get through them and push farther.
It's Cody. George.
I'm George. I'm here because this is what we do on Thursdays. Well, I would do on Thursdays, and for my mental wellness.
I'm JJ. I'm here because this is where I belong. Very thankful to be back here after a long week without my family. Last thing I said to myself is you are making good decisions finally. And I'd also like to say hi to my very good friend Patty, who is watching tonight as usual.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm here to protect JJ from apples and bread. Inside joke. But, I'm here because I struggle with substance abuse. The last thing I said, kind of thing I said to myself was, I got you, come on.
I'm Jason. I'm here because most of these people, except for George, are my friends. And the kind thing I said to myself is, I'm somebody.
I'm Heather. I'm here because this is part of God's plan for me. And the last kind thing I said to myself was, I am enough.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm in recovery, grateful to be in recovery. I'm here because this is part of my lifestyle change. And I always feel better when I leave here. And the last kind thing I said to myself is that I am capable.
I'm Michelle. I am here because this is what we do on Thursday nights. And the last kind thing I said to myself was, when I left work Wednesday night, I said, good job. I did a good job.
Great. Hi, I'm Mitchell. I'm here because, well, for the first time in a very, very long time, I actually feel at home.
Great.
The last kind thing I said to myself was probably just outside the door, and I said, you got this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tim. This is part of my journey to self-betterment. This is what everybody says what we do on Thursdays. This is where our families, our friends are. Come and catch up. I'm also here because my dad makes me come. I think the last, I don't wanna say the last kind thing, but the first thing that sticks in my head is I always remind myself, regardless of what it is, that we'll keep getting better, kinda like what Brian was talking about. Just as long as I just keep making the right choice, it really does, and it reflects. The days go by, day after day, week after week, I started seeing it, and the feeling that comes from that is pretty powerful.
Thanks. And I am Ryan. I am here because it's nice and warm and cozy in here. This is where my fam is at. Also because I'm here to be near and dear with my peers. No drug or alcohol, so I can keep the signal clear. And one kind thing that I try to tell myself consistently is to really keep believing in myself. When I lose touch with myself, I feel like I lose my drive and my ambition. And one thing, that my father always told me was always keep believing. And I know it sounds kind of cliche, but when I take it into like wholeheartedly, believing and creating is what keeps me going in life. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so next I'm going to invite the designated reader to read the answer.
Gotcha. The answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving to show me the way. At last I would reach the light of promise. There stands the answer, open arms, understanding and smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins racing for recovery.
Thanks, Michael. Okay, before we get started here with tonight's topic, is there anybody here that has any pressing issues or anything that they like to get out in the open or speak on? All good?
Something stressing you? Something good? You got anything good? Share something good. Brian, what you got?
I like to, I know we did it earlier, but I would love to sing my mother happy birthday.
So would I.
So
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Kick it off.
Everybody ready?
Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Say bad words.
$72 shit.
No.
Nuh-uh. 27.
27.
Robert?
I'm Robert. I'm in recovery. The best thing about today is that I got to the dentist. That went good. Some self-care. And I got my Vivitrol shot today, so I feel really energetic. And I'm just blessed to wake up in the morning and know that I'm sober and a clear mind and know that I'm doing this. I'll pass.
Thanks, Robert. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Just to know when you start to have some of that control over yourself.
Man.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Robert. Okay, so I brainstormed quickly before the meeting, and I was thinking about the time of year and some of the things that might be challenges for us in this process. So I started thinking about letting go, and letting go of like, whether it be hardships, relationships, friendships. I mean, go on and on. But the emotional and spiritual work of letting go of past hurts, our regrets, and the need to control. That's kind of like what I came up with, and I know that in my past, personally, I mean, we all experience hurt. I can think about many instances where hurt, pain has brought me down, and I lowered myself and put myself in positions that just dragged me even deeper. And today I can say that I don't allow that type of pain to bring me down. I feel like that I have a safe environment. I feel I have a good perspective on life now, that I know which path to choose to avoid those situations. Regrets, I think about many regrets, but there's nothing that I can do to change those things. I know we like to use the metaphor, looking in the rearview mirror, letting them stay behind me as I keep going forward. So I know that in my journey, there's a one-way sign, and I'm gonna keep heading that direction. So I don't know, help me out, guys. Let's
First line is gonna be Heather.
So what I heard you say, Ryan, was a lot of acceptance.
very true.
That's what I picked up on each things that you listed. And I know for me, acceptance is a huge factor. Accepting the fact that some people may not be willing to receive my apologies just yet. And also accepting the fact that some people may never apologize to me. And by gaining that acceptance of that, I find peace. It doesn't mean it's not hard though. It sucks. It really does. But I can't allow people to hold me hostage. You know, hold my peace hostage, waiting for them to apologize to me for the things that they did. And it's not for me to tell somebody when they are ready to accept my apology either. I mean, I personally don't struggle with that. I am grateful. I was just talking to my aunt about this on the phone because I'm getting baptized Sunday. And I just celebrated 11 months of sobriety. And I was just telling her how grateful I am that I have all of my family members back within 11 months. Some people it takes years.
Right.
And I have so much gratitude that I've rebuilt all of those relationships that mean something to me in such a short period of time. You know, and I'm just very grateful for that. And I do know some of my peers who struggle with their family members not being ready to accept their apology. And but doing the next right thing is the only going back out isn't gonna change that. And there are things that we can't control, and that's where spirituality comes in to play for me. Whatever your higher power is, being able to surrender. That's another place that I find peace.
Thanks. No, I agree. Like that's yeah, not all of us are that fortunate to get our family that back quickly. I personally, I know some of my peers who struggle, whether it's with siblings, kids, and I can personally say, like, to this day, like I've been working at this for years, and I have family that lives right down the street from me, from here, you know what I mean? And we don't talk, you know what I mean? We used to be very close, but I can't expect them to let me in on my time, you know, it's gotta be their time. So, yeah, gotta be patient, and thank you, Evan.
Next, Kenzie.
There were a lot of things that I had to let go of, especially relationship wise, coming into recovery. Unfortunately, one of them was codependency with my mother. That was probably one of the hardest things that I had to learn to get through without having to rely on her for everything. And that was very hurtful. Growing up, I always said that I was still on an umbilical cord. And I had to cut that coming in here. I had to learn to figure out stuff myself being 30 years old. I have my own children. It was time to start doing things on my own and making decisions for myself without having her approval for everything. And then leaving the relationship that I was in with my kids' father. It's like every time I would come back from rehab, I would get back with him and I would just fall into the same loop over and over and over again. So that acceptance, as Heather was talking about, I had to accept that it was never going to work, that it was always going to be toxic. And that was a heartbreak in itself. And it took a long time to get over that. But once I figured out my self-worth and my values, it became a lot easier and a lot clearer to see the road that I was going on. And I'm a hell of a lot happier being where I'm at. I've even had to go as far of letting go of custody of my kids for a while. That was one of the most heartbreaking things that I've had to admit and give up. But I wouldn't be where I am today if I had to fully focus on them right now. And it's given me time to focus on myself a little bit. And I'm still working on that, but one day I know that I will be where I want to be, and that's all that really matters to me.
Thanks, Tracy. And it sounds like you're taking charge, making big decisions, and you're laying what I see from you, Kenzie, because I've known you for a bit, and it's like you're putting down a foundation for you to work off of. And sometimes we need to, I have to start with a clean slate, you know, and that can be painful to let go of some things in the meantime. But the good things that happen to when you consistently show up for yourself and keep doing the right thing, all that stuff is going to return to you. That truly matters to you. So, I mean, you have a wonderful head on your shoulders. You're a wonderful mother, and I know that you will get everything that you deserve in life, and keep going.
Thank you.
You know, I couldn't agree more with Ryan. From in a short period of time that I have known you, night and day, and I don't have kids. I can't imagine what it would be like to give up custody for any length of time. And you're doing it. Keep going, cayenne pepper. Next is Pam.
So I used to think that letting go was like this epiphany that I would have, or like some sort of a grand finale, or that I could mark it okay, I let go of this and I'm done with it. And what it really has been is sort of letting go over and over and over, and a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit more. And I don't know, that kind of takes the pressure off of it in a way, because I know that it's not something that's just going to ta-da happen. It's something that's going to be something that I kind of spiral back to and continue to grow from and see new things in it. This time of year I had 3 younger brothers, one is deceased, and the one that passed away, this was his favorite time of year. His nickname was even Davy Gravy. And then unfortunately he also passed away at this time of year. Letting go of the grief is definitely gradual. I know that it's not gonna, and maybe that's a good thing, maybe I don't want it to end because that's part, grief is partially the love that I couldn't deliver to him, so. That's all I got.
Thanks, Pam.
Mhm.
It's another thing, I'll be the first to admit, I struggle with grief. Around this time, holidays, birthdays, certain activities, whatever the case is, but it's something, like I said, that I'm working on. But one thing that I do, something that reminded me when you said it was this time of year, you know what I mean, when you think of him, it's more like a celebration. It's not like you have to let go of that. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's how you remember him. You know what I mean? So.
And it does help.
Yeah.
It really
It
does.
doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.
Hi, so you brought up regret and just the time of year. This time of year is kind of hard for me because around the holidays I do want to partake in drinking with my family or like normal people do, but I know thoroughly that I cannot do that it never works. When it comes to regret, and like letting go of things and like Heather touched on acceptance, I beat myself up a lot. I have a 10-year-old son and I beat myself up over being inconsistent. I've always kind of been there, but not the way that I needed to be. So with the holidays coming around, back in 21, after opening presents with my son, at 10:30 in the morning, I overdosed on fentanyl. And I was Narcan 9 times, and obviously I'm still here, thank God. But I facilitated a meeting at a detox unit on Sunday night, and there was a girl talking about how she can't wait to get back to her 2-year-old and stuff, and I was just sitting there telling her, like, look, like, don't dwell on that, like, really resonate with the fact that you're here, you have another chance. And I kind of, like, am just kind of sitting here thinking about, like, how I have to take my own advice. Like, I don't want to sit here and dwell on the fact that I can't drink alcohol this holiday season. I want to be grateful that not everybody gets Narcan 9 times and comes back. I'm here and I have another chance, and I just want to be grateful for that. My son doesn't resent me. He could. He's 10 and he sees, the inconsistency, but he's still very much protective over me and loves me to death, and I don't want to lose that. I'm not taking that for granted anymore. So I appreciate the topic. It just really made me reflect on some things, because I was sitting in group today and I honestly forgot that I was thinking about drinking because it lasted so shortly. It was so short, but I was like, dang, I wish I could just have a drink like a normal person. I just thought of it just now that came through my mind earlier, but yeah, that's all. I just want to be grateful and resonate for myself in the fact that I'm still here. I think a lot of people that overdose, and not even just overdose, use drugs, take lightly that they're, we have another chance. That's a big deal. It's big. So, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think that, I wish and I hope, sometimes that people, when they're struggling, that can come to that moment to where we're able to sit still for a little bit and understand what we're doing exactly. Sometimes just taking if it's a day, an hour, whatever, just to process really what's going on around me, what I need to do, and instead of forcing ourselves to be out there, be in the mix, be with our kids, because sometimes I've done it before where I moved too fast in my recovery, and it didn't end in the right way because I was facing things that I wasn't ready for, and that was taking on my family, and it backfired, within months. So I think being able to sit still, understanding truly what my priorities are and what needs to be done is crucial. I have a 10-year-old, so I can totally relate. And I can honestly say that from what I learned, and it took the person to tell me this, that they're not, yes, presents and gifts are good, they just want you to engage with them. Engage with them and show them some love. I mean, and the more we put ourselves with love, the more we can show that.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Heather.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I think for me, the last few weeks have been really humbling because I realized how much I have to work on letting go. I think in reality, it's been so hard because I've been doing overnight inventory, which I think I was kind of selected for that so that I could learn a lot. But being new at things is pretty difficult. And I think for me, it's like going on very little sleep to do that. It was a sacrifice, but I knew it would put me in a great position because I've been promoted to another position in the store and I would learn. But I think for me, I realized like I had those bad voices coming in my head again. And that was really rough because that's something I thought I overcame and was done with. That was truly hard for me to keep having to push those out and keep embracing the new and confronting every day, learning something else new for nearly 3 weeks. It is really, really tough for me. But, I confided in some people and I think I realized, I'm like, all I want to do, because I think in the process of when we grow, like we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna have those learning curves. And I think we are truly hard on ourselves. And that's one thing that one of my bosses said to me, you are so hard on yourself. But this place would not be this place without you. And that to me really hit my heart. Like, you inspire us with your work ethic, with what you do with your son. And to me, I started to think about how grateful I am for everything that I have let go of, though. Like, these things that I'm embracing and I'm having to learn from and grow now, I've also let go of some of these things, the regrets that I had from the past, the things that I did. Those are things I just look back, they are truly in the rear view mirror for me. And it's like, in this process, we are always gonna have to fight. We are gonna have to fight. I mean, all of us in this room, if you want something, you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to face your fears. You're gonna have to learn that you still have a lot to work on or grow from in this process. If you really wanna go after things that are great, it's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it. And I am so grateful for that fight and that drive. Because even with all the hardship, there is such immense joy and peace. So I just hope that all of you, with everything that you have going on in your life, just keep fighting. Because every hardship is worth it. Because when you look back at even the hardship and the most painful things, I think they become more beautiful when you reflect on them. So I am very grateful to be here in this room and grateful for you all, as always.
Thanks. That just shows, you know what I mean, like, that everybody that showed up tonight, you know, still has that fight, you know, that there's something, there's a reason we're all sitting here, because we haven't given up, and each one of us do have that drive, something that we're not ready to stop, we're not ready to give up on ourselves. So, you know, I think that's important, you know, to always remember that. And the journey is, you know, it can be ugly, but when you look back, you know, like you said, it's beautiful at the same time. So thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Next we have Chris.
Christopher Maurice. I think different, everybody got like different things about it. But when you first started speaking, maybe I was thinking of like the antidote, and to me that's solitude. I mean, solitude is such a blessing because you're able to separate yourself and get spiritual therapy, good exercise, get good self-care. You know, I think that's what's needed when fighting some type of pain, whatever pain you're dealing with, whether it's dealing with people that you separate from or whatever. We had in group today, we talked about that topic of solitude, how it could heal you. You know, it's like a self-healing, because really it's loving yourself first before you can dish that love out. And I think that's very important for each individual. You know, I don't want to be personal with it, but I practice it all the time. And, you know, good art, good spiritual therapy, good writing, just to get into yourself. And sometimes the issues that you have, when you get solitude, the Lord reveals things to you. He gives you the antidote to, you know, what you're going through, and you know, kind of guide your path, you know, a little bit. So, yeah.
Thanks, Chris. You know what I mean? Like, I truly enjoyed my solitude, and I think that's where a lot of my healing has come from, and still continues to come from, because I'm able to sit in that moment and whatever it is, if I'm writing creativity, thoughts, I start to come up with my own answers. You know,
A lot of yourself.
There you go, sit there, I said.
Heather.
No!
I really like what the gentleman just said. Yeah, that rings true for me, because when you have solitude, it drowns out all the noise and you're able to connect with yourself and whatever your higher power is and what your passions are as far as creativity. I just wanted to say, you know, I came here in January, so I didn't get to experience, this is my first time experiencing Christmas here, in Holland. And you know, what a wonderful place this is to be able to, if you don't have connections with your family yet, being here, and you're still working on those relationships, a place where you can lean into your peers, and make new memories, with them, and you have staff that you can go to at any time of the day. If you just come have a feeling in the middle of a group, you could just say, hey, I need to talk to somebody, and immediately they're with you. You know, Amanda speaks of the magic in this place, and I'm starting to understand what she means by the magic. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just simply the fellowship that we have here with one another. You know, every place is gonna have people that come in and try to throw things off balance, but everything weeds itself out as it should, you know. And I've seen this community go through so much since I've been here in 11 months, and it's so resilient here. We always come together, and it's just been a beautiful thing to watch, and I'm just excited to continue to be here. I mean, I have other options, I can go other places, but why? You know, why not continue learning? Why not continue to sit still? You know, why rush it? I don't wanna have to come back here unless it's to visit. And I have a toddler, and I miss her dearly on a day-to-day basis. I mean, maternal instinct is a difficult thing, and I've been battling with that for 11 months. You know, I see her on the weekends, and I'm missing out on some stuff. But like Kenzie was saying, I know that me being here long term and making sure I have it together is more important than me rushing to her and it all going down the drain because I wasn't ready.
Not at the moment.
Okay. No, Alright, so letting go is really important, but also one of the hardest things I ever did. Obviously, when I realized I need help, I knew I was gonna have to let go of everything I knew. Like living in Columbus, left all my friends, all my people, just got out of a relationship. Literally dropped everything in a relationship I had to come up here and get my shit together. Not knowing what that looked like, but also like holding on to a relationship that's not a two-way relationship is just gonna keep you down. I let go of everything, and whoever stayed with me for the right reasons. Like I didn't know anybody, and I went to school with Tim when we were kids. I had no idea I didn't even know anybody up here. And just being around people that are on the same path and not toxic is what saved my life. Like I thought I was like unique getting sober. My first day of detox, I was like, man, everybody's got the same story as me. So maybe I can learn something from these guys. And just, I don't know. And letting go of that, if it doesn't serve me or my goals, I don't want any part of it. It's easy. My cutoff game is so strong now. So
Cutoff game.
Letting go is important. And don't surround yourself with anybody unless they have something you want, whether it be a good strong relationship support, a goal, a promotion, whatever. And also I like what Heather said about being up here for the holidays. All my family lives in the South. All my friends were in Columbus. Christmas and Thanksgiving was really amazing, and I didn't feel alone for 1 second.
Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Yeah, well, my cutoff game ain't that strong, but I know there's things that I gotta let go. I still believe it's a choice. Going through a lot of things this last quarter of the year, and I have shown myself so much. I love looking at the picture of my niece. She said, "Every step proves your strength." I love it when I see it, because I remember when she asked me what to write, and I'm like, "Well, just put something nice on the race," and that's what they came up with, and that was cool. But there are things that are easy to let go. I know pouring liquor down my throat is not gonna make things better. I'm aware of that, and I know that I have to stay in the present and don't dwell too much on past situations, and things that I used to do to get out of a way of how I felt. So yeah, I do appreciate Racing for Recovery and my family. I know it's gonna be easier this season. I'd rather have it like this than outside of here trying to do it my way. I know it don't work like that. So, I'm grateful, and I do have a good feeling. I know that we're gonna do something here for Thanksgiving, and I know people are gonna have things going on for Christmas, and we decorated, and we're gonna have a nice time. So I think that just having stuff to look forward to is gonna make this season want them to remember. Told you 2 minutes.
Yeah? You got time for me?
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
Alright, perfect. I really enjoyed listening to all the different perspectives of everything as people were talking. And it made me think about, you know, my journey here, and I saw what Ryan had wrote down for the topic and all that. And one of the words in there is control, and we talked a lot about letting go. You know, I can let go of this person or that person. I can let go of a situation, something that I did or something that was done to me. But what I couldn't figure out was how to let go of the emotions that were behind it. I could accept the fact that, you know, this happened to me or I did this or whatever, and I could forgive myself for doing something or forgive somebody else. It was easier for me to go ahead and forgive myself as long as I knew that I was doing better and I wasn't going to do it again. And that's where that grace piece came in for me. I can forgive myself 1,000 times doing the same thing. Oh, I did it again. There it is. It's no big deal. I'll get over it. I'll forgive myself. But that grace piece was huge for me coming in. Well, only when I knew that I'm not doing that anymore. I didn't like how it made me feel. I never liked how, you know, I forgave myself, like I said, 1,000 times for picking a bottle up, whatever have you. It was the destroying myself aspect and turning myself into somebody that I didn't like. And I had a lot of trouble letting go of that emotional aspect of it. Once I started recognizing those feelings and doing better and saying, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Like I said, that's where that grace comes in. Kenzie, you were talking about, you know, you felt like that you were attached to an umbilical cord for most of your adult life. At any point in there, was it you that was still trying to figure out a way to keep that attachment?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, letting go of that, letting go of those feelings, that attachment to something that hard. Curtis, you had talked right out the gate about giving up cigarettes, you know. There's emotional roller coasters behind coming off all that nicotine and stuff like that. Those you can handle. You have the power over that choice to put another, you know, to smoke another cigarette. You know what I mean? Having a grip on the control of that is powerful, and all the stuff after that smooths itself out. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Yeah. So this was a really cool topic. I really enjoyed this, and I also picked up on the humility piece in there too. When different people were speaking and were talking about, like, you know, how you were talking about how you overdosed and all that. And I'm sure there's a ton of hurt and pain and regret and you name it, it's there. It's absolutely there. But, you know, how do you view yourself today? You know what I mean? The humility aspect of that. Take that of what you, if I was in that situation, what I would view myself as today, to keep pushing myself forward. Not all the stuff that came with that. All of those feelings, emotions, and all of that stuff can be worked through. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just listening to everybody's little piece. Todd, was it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You said you're back again?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. You're letting go of yesterday. All that before, man. Be proud of that, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. That's all I got. I'll shut up now.
Hey, thanks, Timmy.
Hey, you got it. No, I think this was a fantastic topic, and I think that everyone had awesome shares and a lot of vulnerability, if I said that right, in the room. So I just commend everyone for having that. That's awesome.
words.
Okay, well, if no one else has anything else they want to say this evening, we'll go ahead and bring it to a close. I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight, showing up for themselves. Once again, happy birthday to Mama Joyce.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'd like to welcome back our friend who got back today.
Oh, JJ, took a little vacation.
Wow.
Yep.
Been down about a little while. Welcome back,
He'll
man.
show me the pictures and everything tomorrow.
They didn't let me take pictures. Mental pictures I can tell you about. Great to be welcome.
So we're gonna go ahead and close by inviting the designated reader to read the autobiography in 5 short chapters.
By Portia Nelson. 1, I walk down the street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost, I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. 4, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.